All right, Shalom. Start first by giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well and guide us through this truth, that we may earn our salvation. And greetings, salutations, and blessings. Much love to the hopeful elect that's out there fighting, to earn their salvation. Lord willing, we get it. To USA Shalom. Quick video. This should be pretty straightforward and to the point. I've been doing a lightweight series about the day of the Lord. I'm doing another one on another topic, weaned from the milk. Some of these go hand in hand. This one is kind of, day of the Lord style of video, because when the day of the Lord comes, there's going to be a number of things going on. One of them is what you see. Okay. Actually, when the Lord himself shows up, talking about Yahweh Shai, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, when Yahweh, the Most High God, sends him down to the earth to represent him and his. This is what he's coming back as. I should not meet thee as a man, like with an angelic force, and that's part of it. The angelic force. Left with an angelic, extraterrestrial body, he'll return with an extraterrestrial body. Okay, so all of these things are going to take place. Okay, it's just another something that will take place. Okay, but when they show up, they're not just showing up and everything's going to be all hunky-dory, all super happy, joy. Nah. Everybody's going to be shook because it's going to look like an alien invasion. Okay, if you've never read the Bible and understood what these vehicles are, these so-called unidentified flying objects, we've identified them through the Spirit of the Lord and through the Bible, which they are the vehicles of the angels and the Lord. Okay, and that's the war in heaven is going to be fought with that. So now let me jump the gun. Let me get to it. I'll start the book of Revelation, chapter 1. I'm going to go straight to the point, verse 7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. When he comes when Yahweh shows up, every eye shall see him. And everybody can be, oh my God, UFOs. He's coming in the UFO. They're rolling out the red carpet with these prophecies, and gonna be icing on the cake. Okay, more on top of it. All right, just one more level of things happening. Okay. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. So if you pierced the Lord when you killed him over 2,000 years ago, guess what? When he returns, he's still angry about that. Okay, let's not forget, he didn't sin as Yahweh Shai, okay, as our Lord. When he walked the earth, he didn't sin in that body. And he was unjustly killed, there was prophecy and he was the sacrifice, but they still put their hands on him. Okay? And punishment got to come from that. Okay? It says, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. Okay? Everybody on the earth is going to cry and mourn and howl. Now, the elect is going to rejoice and praise the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, and sing psalms. Okay, right. When we see it, when we see the chariots hit the sky, it's gonna be like, oh man. Then we gonna break out into to rejoice. Rejoice, man. And it's gonna be so much going on in that day that gonna be oh so happy to see something like that show up. Because if we made it this far to see the chariots, Lord willing, we get beamed up. Because the missiles is what's next. Okay? So 2nd Esdras chapter 13. All right. If any of you know this chapter, this is an excellent chapter. Okay? I should probably start near the top, but I'll start at verse 3. It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Talking about Yahushua coming with his chariots. Okay, the thousands of heaven. They're going to be floating in the sky like that. Okay. It says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. It's like they dropped a heavy baseline on him, man. Like you dropped a bomb on him. Okay. It says, everybody was scared. Okay. On the earth, you scared. Like the movie Independence Day had a depiction of some people were happy, but there was some that were scared. It was all panic though, regardless. Love stuff. Okay. Took out buildings. Well, that's when the Lord shows up. He got us destroy Babylon and take you Edomites out of power. Okay. When the scriptures say, the book of Daniel, and the saints shall. Matter of fact, let me get it right quick because there's a couple of them in Daniel. Real quick, bear with me. All right. Book of Daniel. I want see. Bear with me one more second. Oh well, anyway, verse 18. Yeah, No, let me go up. Yep. Verse 13, Daniel 7 and 13. It says, I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven. That's when Yahushua shows back up with the chariots, okay? I didn't write this one down. It says, and came to, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. Are they gonna go quietly and willingly? No, we're gonna get that, but they gonna go. But they gonna go. They're not gonna go quietly and willingly. All of them. All right. It says, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion. That's how you know there's a future prophecy that hasn't happened yet. An everlasting dominion. You won't be able to take him out of power. It says, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. You can't destroy his kingdom. Okay. And let me jump down to verse 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Because Yahushua is going to have it in possession. We're going to be joint heirs with him. Okay? He's going to share his kingdom with us. All right, with the Israelites. All right, starting with Yahushua to the apostles. The 12 all the way down, man. All right? Let me go back to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13. Verse 4 said, and whensoever the voice went out of the mouth, let me go back up. No, because that voice is that blast of concentrated fire. Okay? Saying whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. Okay? It's burning up everything. Okay? So, and as well as the missiles going to be burning up stuff, but the chariots is going to have their own fire burning up stuff. Okay? It says in people and places and monuments and okay, it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men under the number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. The fathership, man, he's going to be in the fathership. The big one, okay? So huge you won't be able to see the other side of it. It's going to look like a mountain. coming off the horizon, and that's the men that's gonna try to fight against him. Those a multitude of men out of number. Okay, it says verse 7. It says, and I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven and could not, because it's so huge. Okay, it crossed over the horizon line. Verse 8, it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, yet durst fight. That's all the nations from World War III that's already gathered up, mostly in the land of Jehoshaphat, or Yehoshaphat, the mountain of troops, Harmagedwan, okay? And that place over there, okay, the mountain of troops. Okay? And they're going to start fighting with each other to fight against the Lord. That's the war in heaven, all right? This is describing it here. It says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held a sword, nor any instrument of war. He wasn't armed. Okay, as it had been a blast of fire. He just sent out the chariot, shot beams of concentrated light, man, lasers, burning people up. All right, burn the enemy up. It says, and out of his tongue he cast. Wait, let me go back up. Blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. Okay, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude. Yeah, it hit that multitude that was trying to fight against the Lord. Okay, it says which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived. He's going to burn up everything quick. It's going to be a slaughter. Okay? There's going to be a slaughter. You nations are going to get slaughtered trying to fight against the Lord. Okay? All right? It says, but only dust and smell of smoke. Was afraid. So from there, let me see. Reading that. So from there, I'm going to jump to Revelation 19 and close out. The book of Revelation, chapter 19. Revelation 19, let me start up at verse. Yeah. I'm gonna start up. Salakia. Verse 11. Revelation 19:11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. That white horse is Yahushua in the chariot, all right? It says, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true. And something about Yahushua. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war as a flame of fire, part of his description from Revelation, the first chapter. And on his head were many crowns. Okay, the crowns of all the nations that he's conquering. Okay, so, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with the vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of the Most High God. Okay, because he fulfilled the word. All right, the name that no man knew but himself. We have the name. It's not the type of name that just sitting on the earth and everybody knows. The real name of the Lord is Yahushua. Okay? Everybody knows Jesus, Yahweh, and whatever else. Jah and all this other stuff. They don't know about Yahushua. Okay? And he gave that secret to his servants, the prophets. Okay, it says, let me see. Yep, keeps going. It says, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. Go to John, the 1st chapter. And the armies which were in heaven followed after him. And that's the other chariot. Lord willing, I can say behind us as well. All right. It says, and out of his mouth goeth the sharp sword, and that with it he should smite the nations. He should smite. The word smite means to kill. He should smite the nations. That sharp sword is that laser beam we were talking about. Okay. And he shall rule them with the rod of iron. He shall tread the winepress in the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty. The winepress is the red blood stains that come from war. Okay. And his blood is going to be all over. It's going to be blood all over. Go to Isaiah 63rd chapter, all right? When he returns. Anyway, it says, and he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings, King for all the crowns, okay? And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying, for all the fowls of the air, for all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God or power. They eat the flesh of the kings, and the flesh of the captains, and the flesh of the mighty ministers, and the flesh of men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse, and against his army. Okay, so the other nations is going to fight in heaven. They're going to bring their air force. Their air forces of the world are going to fight against Yahushua's air force, which will be the chariots that you're looking at in the images right here. It's going to flood the sky, but there's going to be a huge fathership also. Super huge. Okay. I believe we're going to get beamed up out of that one, into that one, I mean. It says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. Yeah, all of them was going to deceive those that take the mark of the beast. The false prophet being the Roman Catholic Church, your basic Christianity, and whatever else, they're going to get you to take the chip. We're going to read Romans 13, they're going to get you to take that chip. Okay? And them that worship his image. To Revelation, the 16th chapter, 13th chapter. Like it says, these both were cast burning with brimstone, destroyed, and the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, with sword proceeding out of his mouth, that sword being them laser beams, okay? And all the fowls were filled with their flesh. All right? So the Lord going to come back and do a lot of killing. The angels going to get it in their army, and the army, against the Air Force armies. They're going to get the people on the ground. They're going to get once America's destroyed, they're going to get the people in the other lands to subdue them. Okay? The UFOs are vital in this thing. I didn't bring out the salvation part of it, but I brought out the fact that they're going to come and stand and fight for us, okay, against the armies. Okay, then when they blow up this country, say the hell when they blow up this place called America, a.k.a. Babylon, a.k.a. Egypt again, or Sodom and Egypt, a.k.a. Sodom and Gomorrah, Nineveh, all types of places. Because this place is the hub of all the wickedness in the earth. Okay, anyway. So they're going to try to fight against the Lord. Like, yeah, we're going to get our salvation here, but they're also going to be out there slaughtering. All right? So anyway, just a few scripts touching on that topic. Just so, some of you guys that's kind of a wean from milk, bringing out the precepts of the war in heaven. Okay? And then, so Lord willing, You're edified, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Rakakudash, double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect. Shalom.